Hey guys, Movie Fan 356 here, and today we're continuing Superhero September. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt in my Dark Knight Rises review, but I try to film 2 to 3 reviews a night and get them up daily, whatever. So that's why that's why you won't see me wearing too many different outfits. Um, but the movie we're talking about today gets hated on a lot, and I can understand why, but I just kind of disagree. And today we're talking about Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four came out in 2005, was directed by Tim Story. It's starring Ian Grufford. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's Ioan Grufford. I'm pretty sure it's Ian Grufford. Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, and Michael Chiklis, and Julia McMahon. Basically, the storyline of this film is the origin story of Fantastic Four. Basically, it's about these 5 scientists go up into space to do some research. They get exposed to cosmic radiation storm, and boom, all 5 of them get powers. This is basically just their origin story, figuring out their powers and what they want to do with it and how they're going to handle it. That's basically the plot. Now, what I think of Fantastic Four, like I said, this movie gets hated on a lot. I can understand it. I know why people don't like it, but for me, I have fun with this one. The first one, I'll talk about this one next. But the first one I have fun with. I really do. It's cheesy, it's kind of cartoony a little bit, but for the most part, I have fun with it. I don't have too many problems with it, but I can acknowledge the fact that I can see why people might hate it, if that helps. So let's talk about the casting. The casting, Ian Grufford as Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. What I think about him is he's okay. I don't hate him in the role. I think they could have gotten somebody a lot better, but I don't hate him. Let's talk about Jessica Alba playing Sue Storm, aka Invisible Woman. Jessica Alba is super hot, don't get me wrong, but I hate her as Sue Storm, Invisible Woman. She's probably like the thing I hate the most in these movies. I don't know about the second one, but and definitely in the first one, she's the thing I hate the most. I can't stand her in this movie. She's annoying. She doesn't really have a good representation of the character. I don't know. I just don't. I don't like it. Michael Chiklis as Ben Grimm, aka The Thing. I liked him as The Thing, actually. I think he did a really good job. Now, I like the fact that it's in a practical suit with just small amounts of CGI. And his voice, I like that it wasn't computerized. He said on the commentary and stuff like that he used his real voice. He just deepened it, like they didn't have to do anything on the computer or anything. I think that's cool. He's got that Thing voice, which really added to the movie, so it makes you believe it's the Thing. Finally, or not finally, we got one more to talk about after this one. Let's talk about Chris Evans as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. Yes, before he was Captain America, he was the Human Torch. And what I think about him as the Human Torch is he's my favorite thing about these movies. He's the one thing I have fun the most watching, especially the dynamic between Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm. Those two are always going at each other. They don't like each other. They're always picking on each other. They're starting fights with each other. I've always enjoyed that relationship, and I think those two have good chemistry together. But yeah, Chris Evans is probably my favorite part about this movie. Let's talk about probably the next favorite thing about this movie to me. Julian McMahon, which you guys might all know from like Charmed and stuff like that. He's playing Victor Von Doom, aka Dr. Doom. Now, what I thought about him as Dr. Doom, I really liked him. I mean, he fits for this. He might not be the Dr. Doom that we all know and love and all that, but trust me, big comic book nerd here. I love the Fantastic Four comics and the animated series and stuff like that. So I was pretty pumped up for this movie. He's not the Dr. Doom that we all know and love, but he kind of fits for the story and direction and the tone that this movie was. And for that reason, I liked him as Victor Von Doom. Now, we don't really get to see him in the Victor Von Doom gear, you know, with the mask and the green hood and the cape and all that. We don't really get to see too much of that until like maybe the last half hour of the movie. But I thought that was fine because they were showing him develop as a character. They were showing him getting this power, becoming power hungry, and just hating the Fantastic Four and yeah. hating for what they did to him, but he's power hungry, and I get that. But when he's fighting the Fantastic Four, I think that's the best sequence of this entire movie. And that goes on for about maybe 15-20 minutes of the film. Highly enjoy it. That aspect of it. You get supporting actors in here like Kerry Washington. Kerry Washington is playing Alicia, I believe her name is. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's Alicia. Yeah. So, she's playing Alicia in the film. Kerry Washington's a good actress. I haven't really seen her in too much, but there's a movie that she did with Sam Jackson and Patrick Wilson that I really enjoyed. It's called Lakeview Terrace. Go check that film out. But she's blind in this film. She meets Ben Grimm. She can tell he's different, and I can obviously tell that she's different. And they both, start to have affection towards one another. And I love that. I love that these two people who are very different could just accept each other and just love them for who they are, kind of thing. But I'll go into more detail on that in the next review. So, guys, all in all, what do I think about Fantastic Four? My grade, like I said, I have fun with it, but I understand why it gets hated on. I can see why people don't like it. I'm going to give Fantastic Four, I'm going to give it a C+. A C+, I think, is about the lowest and the highest that I can honestly give this film. So, guys, I know probably what most of your answers are going to be, but some of you might surprise me. You have in a couple of these reviews. If people have been commenting, be like, "Oh, I liked this in the movie. I didn't think there was people out there that liked that liked it." And some of you didn't like it. You know what I mean. Like you guys surprise me sometime, and I admire having you guys as viewers, and I really love you guys. Thanks for supporting me and all that. I love hearing your opinions, whether you agree or disagree with me. Comment down below and let me know. So, guys, that's all I can say about Fantastic Four. That's all I can say for today. I'll see you guys in the next video.